16 years of entrepreneurial experience, 6 years of hardcore business coaching, high value business mentoring, engineering from NIAMT Ranchi, management from Emeritus Institute of Management Singapore, and a digital marketing certificate from IIT Delhi. Multiple frameworks built, multiple frameworks rebuilt. And some of the most important things I know about coaching, I learned from the people I was supposed to be teaching. That's the contrast. And this is the contrast which I'm going to talk about. So, this video is about 5 of those things, the lessons which I could not have read in a book, could not have learned from a seminar, and could not have figured out on my own because they only become visible when you are sitting across from someone who trusts you enough to be completely honest. And I'm sharing this because I think they will make you a better coach, and because I think they deserve to be said out loud, right? That's what is the intent of this particular video. And I'm going to share about all these 5 learnings from my own experiences, and these learnings were all from the people whom I was supposed to teach. So my mentees taught me all these things which I'm going to share right now in this particular video. Okay, so I want to be clear about something before I get into this 5 lessons. Sharing what clients have taught me is not a false modesty. It's not a content strategy as well. It is an honest account of the way this work actually functions, which is different from how most coaching is marketed. Coaching is being marketed differently. But what I'm bringing you is the real life experiences which have taught me and which have helped me grow, my clients grow. That's the differentiation within me and the system which I always talk about, right? So, most coaching is marketed as a one directional relationship. The expert person is going to teach you, the client is going to learn, and the transformation flows one way. In my experience, the best client relationship are conversations. The coach brings a framework, the client brings a reality that the framework has never encountered before. And in the collision between the two, both parties come out with something very different together. That's the beauty of this particular thing. So, that is what these 5 lessons are. 5 moments where a client's reality changed my framework in a way I did not expect and did not plan. So, that's what I'm going to share. So, let's begin with lesson 1. So, lesson 1 talks about readiness. Readiness cannot be rushed and cannot be manufactured. It can only be recognized. This is my first lesson which I learned. And I learned this from a coach, let's name her Sunita, who came to me with a very clear problem and a very clear solution she had already identified. She knew what she needed to do. She could articulate it perfectly. She just was not doing it. I spent first 3 lessons trying to understand why, giving her frameworks, giving her accountability structure, giving her the same tools that have worked for every other coach in her situation. None of it had moved her. In the 4th session, she said something that stopped me. She asked me, I think I'm afraid that if this actually works, my life will change in ways I'm not sure I want it that way. That was absolutely a bouncer to me, which I could not have expected. So she was, this actually sentence, that one sentence was the actual problem. She was not stuck because she lacked strategy. She was stuck because she was not yet ready to succeed. That was, a mind blowing thing for me as well. I had never expected that somebody is not ready for success, right? And no framework in this world could address that particular problem. So, how I did it? Only through the conversation. So, only the kind of conversation that creates enough safety for someone to say the truest thing they knew. That was the whole learning from this particular thing. So, that session taught me that the most important skill in coaching is not knowing what to do. It is knowing when to stop doing and start listening. So this was the first lesson which, gave me enough knowledge and understanding of how coaching should be. Now, let's go to lesson number 2. This is about, something where a client knows more than you. So let's hear about it. So occasionally your clients knows more about their situation than you do. And the moment you stop pretending otherwise is the moment the real coaching begins. So I had a client again, a highly experienced corporate professional transitioning into coaching who knew his industry, his audience, and his markup better than I could have ever estimated from an outside angle or a person from the outside industry. Early in our work together, I found myself offering frameworks and suggestions that he would receive politely and then quietly set aside because they did not fit his reality. So the expectation and the reality, there was a gap, and I was learning this from him. It took me 2 sessions to realize what was actually happening. He was not registering the coaching, he was correcting it gently, diplomatically, the way every experienced people correct someone that they do not want to embarrass. And he was doing the same thing. So the moment I named it, I said out loud, I think you know things out better about this market than I do. That was the sentence which I told him. And I should probably be learning from you before I advise you. Something unlocked in that particular room. And that was the moment of change. So he relaxed and he told me things about his specific situation that completely changed the approach we worked together. That moment taught me that expertise in the coach is most useful when it is deployed as a question rather than an answer. That was a moment of learning for me as well. And it was a bulb on moment where I understood this epiphany that this is how it happens. So the best coaches I know are relentlessly curious, not because they lack knowledge, but because they know that the client's context always contains information the coach's framework always cannot provide and alone cannot provide. So that was the learning from my second mentee, my second coach. So let's talk about now lesson number 3, where I am going to talk about transformation, which is not linear. Yes, lesson 3 is about transformation not being linear. And a client goes backwards. Going backwards actually is not always a failure. You must have seen a lot of clients taking some steps back, and we feel as a coach that they are going backwards. That is not the case. So this one was genuinely difficult for me to accept because I am by nature a system person. I like progress that is measurable, directionable, and consistent. When a client regresses, goes back to a behavior or belief they had already moved past, my first instinct was to treat it as a problem to solve. I was literally thinking why this person is going behind. And I used to try to solve as a problem. That was not the case. So a client, again, as I was discussing, you know, I was working with early in my coaching practice, had exactly the same pattern. She would make significant progress, raise her price, close a premium client, feel the shift, and then 3 weeks later, she would be right back at the old price, apologizing to the prospect, and back in the cycle she had broken. So I could see everything happening time and again. I was literally frustrated. She was devastated. And in that frustration and devastation, neither of us was seeing what was actually happening. So, what was happening? And I only understood this after months of working with her was that the transformation was integrating. The regression was not failure, it was the system testing whether the new belief was real or borrowed. Each time she came back from the regression, the new behavior was more solid, more hers, more durable than the time before. And she is now one of the most consistently premium priced coaches I know. The path there was not straight, and the coach who would have given up on her after the second regression because the linear framework said she should be further along by now would have cost her everything she eventually built. So, this particular client taught me to hold space for non linear regression. See how good this learning is from my own mentors, and to trust the arc even when I could not see the direction. So, that was the learning from my third coach, and this is my third lesson in this particular video. Now, let's talk about lesson number 4, where I always talk about story. Yes, my story is powerful, but it is not always relevant. And knowing the difference matters more than I initially understood. See, you must have heard me talking about my own personal story. Yes, I do have a strong personal story. The entrepreneurial journey, the COVID, the house, the rebuild. It resonates with coaches because it demonstrates resilience, real world experience, and the kind of credibility that comes from having actually been through something real and through practical things which I have gone through in my coaching journey. But I had a client, a coach who came from a very different background, a very different kind of struggle, a very different relationship with money and the risk, for whom my story was actually creating distance rather than connection. She could not see herself in that particular story. And because she could not see herself in it, she could not fully trust that system built from it would work for her. And that was the moment which taught me a massive learning. So it took me longer than it should have to recognize this. Once I did, I stopped leading with my story in our sessions and started asking for her stories. And her story, her specific background, her specific turning point became the frame through which the framework made sense. That experience taught me something I now say to every coach I work with. Your story is your most powerful authority tool until it becomes a wall between you and the client who cannot see themselves in it. Know which one of the story is gonna be beneficial for your client and do that in your every conversation. Should not be like a parroting of your own stories and bombarding it to the client. That was my fourth lesson, fourth learning. And let's come to lesson number 5. And this is actually the most personal lesson which I have learned. The client who said no taught me the most. Yes, you'll be laughing at it like what I have been doing. Yes, this is the one I'm most grateful for. The client who said no, or who left, or who did not finish, taught me more about the system that one who succeeded. So there are two types of clients. One who followed all the rules, followed and did the efforts, guided by me, and succeeded. They also learned, and I also learned from them. But this one is where somebody said no, or somebody did not complete that particular thing, taught me something different. So, not because failure is more instinctive than success, but because success confirms what you already believe. While a genuine no, especially from someone you were convinced was a perfect fit. Now, we assume that this particular client is a perfect fit for my services, he's looking for it. But if that particular client is saying no, that learning was the epiphany for me in the whole learning process, right? So that forces you to examine assumptions you had stopped questioning. That's the learning. So I have had clients leave. Yes, I'm true, and it's honest, it's natural. I have had some potential clients saying no to an offer I was completely certain was right fit for them. I have had clients completely doing the work and not achieve the results I expected. So every single one of those experiences, if I sat with it long enough, honestly enough, revealed something about the system, the communication, the fit assessment, or the expectation setting that I needed to improve. That was a learning for me to improve. The coach who only studies their wins builds a system that works for a narrow range of clients under ideal conditions. The coach who also studies their losses builds a system that is robust enough to work across a wide range of clients under real world conditions. So that is the system I'm still building. Yes, I'm still doing it, building it. I keep on improving my systems day in, day out, because I know this has to be a continuous process. You cannot say now my system is perfect. No, not any point of a time you can uh, talk about it saying that this is the time now my system has become perfect, because your clients are progressing, the situations are moving, the technology is moving. So it's a continuous process and I'm on it. That's it. Because of the clients who said no to me, I understood one reality, that there is no stopping in learning and there is no scope where you cannot improve your systems and all of your communications, your ideas, your processes, and everything. So that was my hard learning from my fifth client. So if any one of these five lessons have landed in your mind, I would love to genuinely know about it. Yes? Tell me in the comments. Not because it is gonna help my algorithm, though it does, but because I'm actually curious. The lesson that lands hardest is usually the one that is closest to something real in your own coaching practice. That's why I'm asking you to mention in the comments. And if you want to build the kind of client relationships where these kind of lessons become possible, where the work goes deep enough that both parties come out with something different, something better, something unique. That conversation starts with one message on WhatsApp, and the link is there in the description and the pinned comment. That's it. Next video is coming on the Monday, and we are gonna becoming fully technical in the next video. I'm gonna build a custom GPT for a coaching business live here on the screen, from the very first prompt to the finished tool. If you have ever wanted to understand how to build AI tools specifically for your coaching practice, this video is gonna be for you specifically. So if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, do subscribe to this channel. I keep making videos every Monday and Thursday with something better, something new, which is gonna add to your knowledge. And if you implement it the correct way, it is gonna help you get your first or the next high ticket client. Subscribe to this channel. Do hit the bell icon so that do not miss any of the notifications, because now I'm also doing live shows on specifically Saturdays. If you want to meet me live on any of the training sessions, you are most welcome. Subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you get notified, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye bye.